Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Professor Sistrick, and I'm reaching out to the student body. Okay, students, not another one. We got a little packet tracer here, and I wanted to jump in here and start doing the packet tracers again, get them running, because I want to make sure that you understand the significant power of these particular packet tracers. Now, what I'm going to do from this day forward, today is 2/20/26. It's a Friday, and yes, Friday night, I'm sitting in the house doing packet trace. Unbelievable! But job must get done. That's how we do it in this industry. So what I want to do is start running through these packet traces. I have allowed you to get far enough to where I will not be interfering with you. I want to make sure you get a real good grasp on them. But I also want to make sure some students have questions, and I want to make sure we answer those particular questions. I'm going to go ahead and mount this dot onto here so you can see it, since it's one of these little small ones. The reason I'm doing this is because you are at the point where you're starting to see all the different things that go on with packet tracers, and I want you to be able to understand why you do what you do in here. Remember, we go through the objectives first. Observe how packets are sent across the internet using IP addresses. I know you have completed this, but I'm sending this out to all of my students in all of my classes so they can be able to see how simple this work is and that they can do it. Now, I know I have a lot of different students looking at a lot of different careers, but I want them to be able to understand what this particular career is all about. And it's simple and it's not hard. It wants you to open up the source host command prompt window, select PC 0. So if I come over here, I got PC 0 right here. You can barely see it because it's got this information on it. But if I try to move it, it gives me this error message. So you can see PC 0 right here. I tried to make it a little clearer, but there it is. Okay, and I can raise this down to learn everything. So if I move over here and click on it, now it says open the source host command prompt window. So of course we got to come here, and then what we want to do is bring this over here and go over to desktop, and we want to go to the command prompt, which is here. Simple, simple, simple. Okay, now I do want to shrink this down just a little so we can see everything. Everything is everything, people. And now what it wants us to do is, it says here, once we do that, it says select the desktop command prompt. We did all that. And you're going to see me jump ahead a lot of the time, so don't worry. Now it says verify connectivity. So I'm going to go over here and start verify connectivity by typing in ping, and then I'm going to go 172.33.100.50. I continue to type it in. Try not to be one of them people that copy it in, because that could be a problematic situation. Now, if you notice, it timed out on this first one, and the reason it timed out is that's the first time we reached out. If I come back and do it again, it's just gonna go straight into it, as you can see right there. This is going to be a short video, so we're not going to be here that long. I just want to get this information out to you because I want all of my students to start learning that working in the network field and working in the IT industry is really simple. So we saw that packets were sent, packets were received, one was lost. If you look up here, that one was lost. And it will ask you a question of why, but a reply verifies connectivity from the client to the destination web server. The reply may time out initially while devices load and ARP is performed. So it's just letting you know, this is the first time we reached out to that particular server, and it lost the first packet, but the rest received it. Now down here you can see it actually received all of them. Okay, now it says close the command prompt window only, so it just only wants us to close this. I'm gonna blow it up low so I can close it, and then I'm gonna shrink it back down. Okay, so we close the command prompt window by clicking on the X. Be sure to leave the PC0 configuration open, and we left that open. Okay, I'm gonna move this down. I just want to make sure I ain't got no more. So part 2, connect to the web server via the web client. So it says here, we're gonna come right back. Well, let's read it. It says in the desktop tab on PC0, select web browser. So we're gonna go do that. I'm gonna come over here, desktop tab. It wants us to click on web browser, and you can't see it here, but if I blow it up, there it is. I'm gonna click on that, give it a little time. Now that I clicked on that, it says here, enter this particular number here. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, just enter the number by itself, 172.33.100.50. Okay, we got 172.33.100.50, and it just says click go. So I have to make it bigger, click go, and there it is. It reached out. Now it says here, the web client will connect to the web server via the IP address and open the web page. We did that. What meshes did you see after the web page open? And you see the meshes. So this was a short video log for you because it just wanted to show you how to use the ping command. You know, we always talking about why are we doing what we're doing? And this was to show you how to use the ping command. Now, I know most of you have already completed this assignment, but now I want to start showing all the students how easy it is to be a network administrator and a system administrator. Okay, so now we have completed the assignment. We can see the page. I'm gonna blow it back up again. We have completed this assignment. I'm gonna go ahead and close it. So that's what this was all about. It was about learning how to ping. And like I said earlier, you already know how to do this, but I'm sending this out to all the students because I want them to be able to see what they need to be able to do when they jump in these classes. I want to get rid of the fear factor. So to all of your students out there who in my CIS class, my Linux class, my networking class, this is what we learn how to do. We learn how to build simulations within a closed environment so we don't destroy anything. So I want to make a couple of announcements also. I am finna start showing you videos of our lab. I'm finna start talking about things like this. These particular labs are the labs that you are completing now. So you are ahead of the game. But as you can see, I just completed this lab right here before the end of the class, and I want you guys to challenge me on this. I will be here. So every day I'm going to do a lab until I get all the way right here. The reason I'm doing this, like I said, I want students to be able to see that this stuff is easy. Also, for those students out there who have yet to take other classes, remember, we still have some classes that have room in them. A couple of classes I want to highlight here is the 173. That is my security class. If you're gonna be in security, and we know that you will be getting in security, here go a couple of classes that stand out. You got Linux 2 for my Linux students. You have Hybrid Server 2, Cloud Computing. Remember, networking, cloud computing, Linux, cybersecurity. These are the things that will not go anywhere. And remember, here's the start date. I'm gonna keep talking about this to remind you guys, we are getting close to the end of this semester. So we are getting close to the end of this particular 8-week class, and I want you guys to step out to my CIS one-on-one students here, you're going to get a chance to see how this work is done, so you will know it's easy and it pays well. So with that being said, this is Professor Sistro, and I will see you in the next video log.